Noam Chomsky is a big name. He's famous for speaking his mind, especially when it comes to power. In his book, American Power and the New Mandarins, he takes a hard look at the United States. He wrote it a while ago, but it still matters today. Chomsky wants us to see the truth about America's role in the world. Chomsky doesn't hold back. He says that America talks about freedom, but often acts differently. He points to the Vietnam War as a big example. Chomsky says America got involved for its own interests, not to help others. This book made people think differently. It showed how powerful countries use their strength. Chomsky's ideas are still important. He helps us understand the world today, even though the book is from a different time. He wants us to see how power works and how it affects everyone. Chomsky's book is a call to action. He wants people to challenge those in charge. Chomsky argues that the United States often uses freedom as a cover. He says America talks about spreading democracy. But Chomsky says its actions don't always match its words. He points to cases where the United States supported dictators. This happened when those dictators were helpful to American interests. Chomsky believes in looking at history. He says we need to learn from the past. He argues that the United States has often acted in its own interest. This is true even when it claims to be helping others. Chomsky wants us to see the difference between what is said and what is done. He uses the term new Mandarins to describe a group of people. These are intellectuals who defend the actions of powerful countries. Chomsky criticizes them for not speaking out against injustice. He believes they should use their intelligence to challenge power, not support it. Chomsky believes intellectuals have a special duty. He says they have the ability to think critically. They also have a platform to speak out. Chomsky argues that intellectuals should use their position to challenge power. They should not be afraid to criticize their own governments. He argues that silence is a form of complicity. If intellectuals don't speak out against injustice, they are part of the problem. Chomsky believes that intellectuals should use their voices to defend the powerless. They should expose the lies of governments and powerful institutions. Chomsky's ideas are still relevant today. We see examples of United States foreign policy that raise questions. Chomsky's work encourages us to think critically about these issues. He reminds us that we should not blindly accept what our governments tell us. American Power and the New Mandarins is a powerful book. It challenges us to think differently about the world. Chomsky's ideas are still relevant today. We see the same patterns in United States foreign policy. We also see intellectuals struggling with their role in society. Chomsky's book is a reminder that we must be critical thinkers. We should not be afraid to question those in power. We must hold our leaders accountable for their actions. Chomsky's work is a call to action. It is a reminder that we all have a role to play in making the world a more just place. Chomsky's book is not just about the past, it is about the present and the future. It is a warning about the dangers of unchecked power. It is also a call for hope. Chomsky believes that change is possible, but it requires us to be informed, engaged, and willing to speak out against injustice.